Alright, welcome to the videos. We're going to talk a little bit about the first-time homebuyer repayment. And I know that comes up in one of the cases, so I wanted to go over it. Real simple. Basically, in 2008, if you bought a home and you're a first-time homebuyer, which means you met a certain set of criteria, you got $7,500 to the government. The government just gave you $7,500. Now, the fine print, if you actually read it, basically said that you had to repay that money over 15 years or until you sold the home, and then you had to pay the balance back. So if you lived in it for 3 years and you took the full $7,500, or excuse me, you paid back $500 each year for 3 years, and you got the full $7,500, then you got to pay back the $6,000. So it's basically repaying back this government money that you got in the first place. And basically, most people got the full $7,500. So when you divide that by 15, they're paying back $500 a year. And when you look at the case in the book, this is what's happening. The guy's getting the $500 back. So I'm going to show you how to do this, and not really, you don't even have to really know. So I'm going to go to Add Form Display Form, and I'm going to go to here to Can't Find It, Try Form Filter List. And it's going to bring up this window, and I'm going to bring it in here. And I'm going to say home buyer. And you can see I didn't need to know the form number. I just happened to realize that if I use home buyer, that's going to get me to this first-time home buyer credit page. And so I'm going to click and go to that page. And I'm actually going to go to page 2. So it put the 5405 in here. I'm going to go to page 2. And disposition or change in the use of main home for which the credit was claimed. I really don't want that one. Here we go. Part 4, repayment of credit claimed for 2008 or 2009. So let's say they got the full $7,500. And on 16 here, I am paying an installment of the credit. It's going to give us the $500. And you can pay more than $500, but you're going to have to pay $500. So we can go ahead and put in $500, or you can put in $501. You know, whatever the taxpayer wants, you can put it in. So again, let me just go through that one more time. We went up to Add Form Display List, and it showed all the forms at the time. I went up here to Can't Find It, Try Form Filter List, typed in the word home buyer, hit OK. That brought up my choices here: the first-time home buyer credit or the DC first-time home buyer credit. And I went to the 5405, page 1, realized that that wasn't what I wanted to be, because this is for the credits and stuff for people that bought their homes in 2009. Actually, I wanted to be on 5405, page 2, not the disposition or change in use. We don't want to do that. They didn't change anything. We're going to scroll down to part 4, the repayment of the credit. We put in the $7,500 that they received in 2008 or on their 2009 taxes because they bought the home in 2008. Excuse me, on their 2008 taxes that they filed in 2009. It's a little confusing. And then I clicked the box that said I'm paying an installment. And the minimum is $500. That's what we type in, and that's what flows through the 1040 page 2. Simple as that. All right.